Yeah, it was. I think the build-up before it's great from our club point of view to be part of history, to be the first team to play the Gold Coast, and I think with Matthew's first game and Chris's 200, we had our own bit of motivation there as well. So from that point of view, we knew it was really important to maybe squash the crowd and their involvement and any momentum that they could really bring to the table. So I thought our boys really set the scene early. Fantastic.
Is it difficult to get a gauge on your team when the result's as lopsided as that?
It probably is. I think what we know is, our preparation with our fitness, we ran the game out well, we had to travel up here, it just brings us closer together, and at the end of the day, whether it's, the margin was a large one, but if it's 1 point, we're just about winning the 4 points now and building momentum ourselves, so that was pretty critical, and I was really proud of the boys tonight, the way they started the game and then the way they finished it off as well.
The Suns are as good or as bad as you expected?
They've got a lot of young kids and they have a lot of talent, so this was, who knows, with emotion it can actually be something that fatigues you early, and they'll be a lot better than that. They've got talent all on the park, and just going forward, Guy's got a great group of young men there that he'll work really hard with, and they'll bounce back pretty quick, I think.
2 from 2, is that pleasing?
Yeah, it's better than 0 than 2. 2 and 2's from 2 is really good. It's, I suppose, at the start of the year, and you've seen the way the competition goes. It's every game is tough, and getting those 4 points is pretty critical. So we've got a huge challenge next week. Collingwood at the G Friday night. It'll be something for us to really test ourselves and see how we go against the Premiers, who I think they've had 2 wins by 70 plus points or something around there anyway.
Chris Yarran tonight, you got obviously shut out last week, but you showed what he can do off half-back, turn it on.
Yeah, he got brilliant skills and great run for us, so really critical that he keeps progressing, and he's going to find different ways to get into the game and how he has to change his role and work, I suppose, to beat the opposition sometimes as well. So I think he's progressing really well.
So, Brett, is it hard to see the Suns winning many games this year from what you saw tonight?
They'll win games of football, there's no doubt about it. They'll, when you've got a lineup of, Ablett and Bock and, Swallow and those blokes, who knows what the emotion did beforehand, but they'll definitely win games of football this year.
And Judd tonight, has he even done overs for you on what you expected when he came to the club, the best and fairest, and just what he's produced on a consistent basis?
I think it's, sometimes you take for granted when players play so well week in, week out under your nose, and it was a great reminder that every milestone, especially the big ones, we put a package together, and it just goes for about 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, depending on the player and how much footage they got. And I think when Chris has finished yesterday after the team meeting, we all sort of sat back and went, wow, that's an outstanding package of football, what he could do and the way he wins the football, and he's a phenomenal player, and when he finishes his time at Carlton, he'll be in the top couple of handful of players that ever played for our football club.
Brett, was there anyone in particular on the Gold Coast out of the kids that impressed you?
I think you probably concentrate a fair bit on your own performance. I think Matera's going to be an outstanding player, and watch Bennell's rebound, the way he runs. I've watched Swallow really closely, especially through the NAB Cup, and he'll be, they might talk about Swallow in the years to come like they do Judd and Ablett and those blokes, because he's an out-and-out star of the junior competition, and I can see that transferring into the AFL scene.
Brett, you're in the other room tonight talking to a group of young men who just got a bit of a hiding on many of them on debut. What do you think you say to them?
I suppose you really look at what you can learn. I think coming into their first year, it's about what they can learn each time they run out. And for some of the experiences, the boys that had to play on players that have played maybe 60, 70, 100 games more than them, it'll be a great learning curve for them. So from that point of view, there's no doubt that even myself being involved in first rounds, and I know this wasn't the first round for us, but first rounds in the competition where we've been belted, and you bounce back quickly. I think it really gives you something to not allow that to happen again. So I expect them to bounce back next week, and I wouldn't like to play.